So I've sold the Benelli TRK. Sold it to a lovely chap here, local to me here in Banbury. And yeah, I got what I wanted for it. I've also taken this nice little Suzuki GSXR600 srad. He wanted to get rid of the GSXR because he wanted something more suitable for a little bit of touring and for commuting in and out of work. So the Benelli would be absolutely perfect for him. It's this GSXR was his first bike, which he only bought 6 months ago. So yeah, so he was delighted with the Benelli. I'm not going to be so delighted with this GSXR. It's not really my sort of bike, but I know it's an easy bike to be able to move on. They're so popular, these bikes. So I'm sure if I've got it priced right, I'll sell it quite easily. In fact, I might even have a seller for it already. My old neighbour, Paul, he was always a bit of a fan of these. So I told him I was getting this in, and yeah, he seems quite keen. And if he doesn't have it, his young lad Mikey, who's really getting into biking, will be very keen either. So I might even have it sold already. So it might not be here very long. But before it does go, I'm definitely going to have to go out and have a little spin in it, just for a bit of nostalgic reasons. What I do remember about my old one, I had one 15 years or so ago. It was a lovely, in Corona colours, a really, really nice bike in Corona colours. I only bought it though really because it was a very good price, but I never really gelled with it. I'm just too lanky for these, and I never got comfortable on it. So yeah, I'll have another quick go on this though, and I'll probably park it up in the garage then and put it up for sale and see what happens. Yeah, I'm definitely too big for this, aren't I? Tell you what, after a little while riding this, that's going to start hurting there. Yeah, won't be very comfortable for very long. So you small people who are always complaining about bikes being too big, think of us big people. Well, bikes are too small. I'd love this, but it's just too small. This is quite nice. I'm not as uncomfortable as what I remember being on the other srad that I had. Maybe I think, looking at those photos, I remember I had almost brand new leathers at the time. That could possibly have been why I was so uncomfortable on the other one. Or maybe I've just got a bit more flexible as I got older. Yeah, chance to be a fine thing, wouldn't it? But anyway, I don't feel too bad in this at all, although saying that I've only been out in it for 10 minutes. But I'm enjoying it. Although I think it's not really a bike that suits me, because I think this bike really just wants to be revved hard. I think a 4-cylinder 600cc bike, it wants to be screaming, it wants to have the nuts revved off it. And that's not, I'm getting too old for that shite, for that old malarkey. But it is fun. I've forgotten how smooth a 4-cylinder bike is. I can't remember the last time I've had a 4-cylinder bike. I've had quite a few twins, parallel twins, V-twins, L-twins, triples. I think the last 4-cylinder bike I had was probably my Kawasaki Z1000 SX a few years ago. Some people are real diehards, aren't they? Whether they're like twins or they're like 4-cylinders, and they can't be swayed in either direction. Me, I'm not too fussy. I like them both. They've both got pros and, well, not pros and cons, they've both got just different characteristics, I guess is a better way of saying it. Bloody traffic really annoys me. Everywhere you go there's just loads of traffic. I want to retire soon and I want to emigrate, or at least move to another part of the country that's a lot quieter and doesn't have traffic everywhere. I mean, it's 7 o'clock on a Saturday evening now. You wouldn't have thought there'd be this much traffic around. I suppose I should just get my hooligan head on and just go charging past them all. I am on the right bike for it after all. Alright, I'm going to change. I'm going to change the plan. I'm going to go back the way I came. Find a gap in the traffic. Got the sun behind me now, though, hopefully. Right, that's first gear. Now let's just see what this baby can do. Wow! It's a screamer! There's a big pothole here somewhere. There it is. I'm going to go back this way. I am really enjoying this. I'm not really that uncomfortable at all. That was my big. When the guy Tom, when he offered me this in part exchange, I thought, well, yeah, it's definitely not my bag. I won't enjoy it. Probably won't ride it at all. I'll just put it straight back up for sale. Yeah, but I decided to just bring it out for a little spin. And like I said, yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised. I probably look like a big giant on a clown's bike. And I'm sure if I was riding it for quite a distance, for quite a while, I'd start to get aches and pains in my creaky old body. But for a little blast around for an hour or so, I think just a job. Got to be so careful along this little stretch of road. There are so many holes and craters in places. Oops. Someone there didn't know the road very well.
Bloody cyclists. Nah, I'm only joking. Everyone has to share the road, don't we? It's like all road users from all categories, I guess. There are some cyclists here who are complete arseholes and give them all a bad name. There are bikers as well who are the very same. I'd like to think I'm not one of them. I might have been a few years back, or quite a few years back, being a bit of an arsehole, just charging around, complete disregard for anyone. Oh good, that Audi's turning. But I'd like to think now I'm quite courteous and not too much of a nuisance. I am liking this 4-cylinder jobby again. I like that smoothness, silky smoothness of it. And piling on all the revs. I do like that. And I remember I used to really enjoy that in my Z1000s. And I had a few Yamaha phasers as well, which were similar. Oh yeah, bastard. I had a few Yamaha phasers which were similar as well, which I enjoyed the engines in them. Not saying I don't enjoy my my Ducati, the 2-cylinder Ducati, but it's a very different experience. Well, they're busy here at the gate hangs high. A lot of people out camping. They do some live music there quite often as well, and well, that's a nice Porsche. In fact, there probably is live music on there tonight. I see a trailer there which is probably being used as a stage. It's only a couple of miles away from my house. The gate hangs high. Might just even go there and camp one night, myself and Mandy and Stella, and have a few beers, listen to some live music, something to eat there. And then we don't have far to come home or far to travel there, and once you go away, it's a change of scenery, even if it's just a few miles down the road. Quite good, you don't have to get a taxi or go far to go home, then you can just stagger back to the camper van. So my plan is still to sell this bike as soon as possible, but I'm not going to be bothered if it doesn't sell too quickly. I prefer this actually over the Honda Firestorm I've got as well. I think I do prefer this to the Firestorm. Similar sort of riding positions. I think the Firestorm might be a little bit roomier. Not much, but a little bit roomier. But I have forgotten how much I do like an inline 4. Anyway, it's time to go home now. And then go out and get a Chinese takeaway tonight, I think. That's what Saturday evenings are for, isn't it? Chinese takeaway in front of the telly. Or maybe Chinese takeaway out in the garden. Nice evening. Well, thank you for watching this video if you've stayed with me this long. And please like and subscribe. All those subscriptions and all those likes really help my channel.